Your trading account can never outgrow your self-image. And this is exactly why you keep sabotaging. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to upgrade your trading identity. So heading into 2026, your results can finally start to match your potential. Now, there's a true correlation between your psychology and self-image and how much income you end up generating as a trader. It's typically referred to as your wealth thermostat. Now, every trader, every individual has a wealth fingerprint. And you can literally go and download this fingerprint from your banking statements. And it typically looks something like this for most people. At the start of every month, you get a paycheck and you have this big jump in your bank balance. And usually you have an initial sharp drop in your bank balance because you pay down your bills, you pay your rent, etc., etc. And then over time, you start to dwindle money throughout the month. But the closer you get to $0 in your bank balance, let's say you get paid $10,000 a month, you have an initial jump to that, and then you have a initial sharp decrease. The closer you get back down to $0, you start to tighten up. You start to spend a little bit less. You start to eat at home and cook a little bit more, cook in a little bit, and you stop being as splurgy with your money. But when you have $10,000 in your bank balance, you are very happy to just spend really quickly. But the closer you get back to $0, you start to tighten up and you start to spend less. So your monthly bank balance typically looks like this. You get a sharp increase, sharp decrease, and then a little decrease. And then sharp increase, paid again next month, sharp decrease, pay your bills, monthly bills, and then you start to dwindle. And you start to tighten up towards the end of the month. That's typically how an overall fingerprint of your bank balance would look like. So there is economics built into your decision making, and there's psychology built into the way you spend money and how loosely you spend and how tightly you hold on to your money. And so too, every trader has a true mean, a true self-worth of what they think they're worth. And at times they go above that self-worth into an exaggerated proud state. And so too, at times they go below that into a depressed, minimized state. And we oscillate around our true self-worth, exaggerated, minimize, exaggerated, minimize. The exaggerated state isn't us. It's an exaggerated state of our true self-worth. And the minimized state isn't us. It's a minimized state of our true self-worth. So we have what is referred to as our true self-worth, our true financial thermostat, where we feel comfortable. And then at times you can oscillate above that, and at times we can go below that. Just like the stock market has its 52-year mean over a large period of time, which is maybe, for example, the S&P 500 is anywhere from 8 to 12% per annum. That's what it returns over a large sample space. But on certain years, it goes above that return, and on certain years, it goes below that return. And if you're zooming in too short term, maybe you're zooming in here, you'll think that the return is higher than what it actually is. And if you zoom in here, you'll think the return is lesser than what it actually is. But if you take the full picture, you'll realize that the true return is the mean, the center point. So this idea of mean and above and below, excess and deficiency, exaggeration and minimization is built into the stock market. It's built into human behavior. It determines what our worth thermostat is. In other words, every trader has a comfort level, what they believe they're truly worth. And at times we go above that and into an exaggerated state, and we have mechanisms, inbuilt mechanisms to squander money to get us back down to our comfort level. And we go and spend a little bit more. We try and rescue people, or we take risky trades and end up giving the money back to the market so we can equilibrate ourselves back to our comfort level. And at times we go below that and we end up tightening up, and we end up taking only high quality setups as a way to bring us back to that comfort level. So we have ways to, if we're exaggerating ourselves, humble ourselves back to what we perceive as our self-worth, equilibrium. And if we go below, we have ways to lift ourselves back up to what we perceive as equilibrium. So equilibrium and homeostasis is built into our decision making, just like within our body. If we get too hot, we sweat. If we get too cold, we shiver, as a way to equilibrate the body and the physiology. If we have too much money in our bank account, we spend. If our returns are exceeding what we believe we're worth, we squander. There are certain mechanisms built in to always get us back to what we perceive we're worth, back to what we label as our true identity and our self-worth. So at times we think that this is our true identity and we're exaggerating ourselves, but really our identity is here. And then we end up so-called self-sabotaging, which really what that is us getting back to what we truly believe we're worth, equilibrium. And we label it self-sabotage because we're anchored to the exaggerated state. But really what that is just the natural mechanisms getting us back to our true identity. So a great question to be asking ourselves is, how can we expand what we believe we're worth? And that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you in this video. Now, we are where we are with our comfort levels for a very particular reason. We have a certain self-worth for a very particular reason. And there are certain quality questions you can be asking yourself to be unpacking why you are where you currently are. You need to know where you are if you want to get to where you want to get to. Let's say, for example, you want to get a taxi or an Uber from point A to point B. You have to know where point A is first to get from point A to point B. You need to know where to get picked up. So deep awareness of where you currently are, breaking yourself out of any fantasies of where you wish you were right now, is crucial in order to help you strategize to get to where you want to get to. So quality questions you want to be sitting and meditating with in the new year. Firstly, we're in the new year. How exciting. It's going to be an exceptional year for all of us. To get to the goals of, let's say, for example, pulling $10,000 out of the market a month, or be managing $1 million in capital, you may not have an identity that is congruent with those goals. These may be exaggerated states. And you have your identity for a very particular reason, because that's a comfort level for you. It's where you feel safe and comfortable. But there are certain things you can do to strategize to get from where you are to making $10,000 a month, or to be managing $1 million in capital. I'm showing you that right now. Quality questions to uncover the unconscious motives to why you are where you are is by asking yourself the question, sitting down with a piece of paper and pen and deeply meditating on this question. What part of you are you protecting by staying inconsistent, by staying where you are? What part of you are you protecting? And then what pain would you be forced to face if you succeed and achieved your goal? So let's say, for example, if your goal is to make $10,000 per month, what part of you are you protecting from staying where you currently are, making nothing, for example, or making $5,000 a month? You want to write down an extensive list. In other words, what are the benefits of where you currently are? What are the motives you get from where you currently are? And then if you were to start making $10,000 a month, what pain would doing that make you face? Would you have to trade larger amounts of capital? Would you have larger accountabilities on yourself? Would you have to manage more accounts? Would you have to manage more stress with the losses and with the drawdown? Would you have to be accountable to every one of your decisions? Would you have to focus more and dedicate yourself more to your trading? Would you have to finally look at your numbers and your trading plan and put work into refining certain components that right now you just don't really want to do the work on? So what are the certain pains you would face if you were to succeed and have the goal you say you want to have? And then by having what you currently have right now, not achieving that goal, what part of yourself are you protecting by staying where you currently are? These are incredible questions to ask to uncover unconscious motives. And look in all 7 areas of life. Look in your relationships and your friendships. Because I guarantee you pushing to that goal you set for yourself that you say you deeply want in 2026, that's going to hurt some of your relationships and some of the friendships you keep close. And the relationships with family, you may not have as much time for them. Your friends may not want to see you do better than them. So there's going to be certain pains that you have to face in those areas. You may have to work more, not dedicate as much time to your partner or to your parents or to your kids. There are certain fears there. There are certain pains that you have to face and strategize. And it doesn't mean that you don't do that thing. It's just now that you're aware of the fear or the pain, it allows you to strategize of how you can still get your goal, but also manage this fear and pain that you're now aware of. So look in your relationships, look in your health and fitness, look in your finances and wealth, look in your mental capacities, and look in your social leadership. Look in all areas of life and answer these questions, and you will start to understand where your wealth thermostat sits and why it sits where it sits. And you're starting to see the motive of why you are where you currently are. It's very crucial. Because once you're aware of your current thermostat, you can now start to rewire your identity. Instead of sitting there and waking up every morning and doing affirmations that I'm a profitable trader, I'm a disciplined trader, which aren't going to do anything to your brain. You want to uncover your unconscious motive to why you are currently where you are. Instead of trying to trick your brain through just word and manipulation that you are now a profitable trader, a disciplined trader, which won't work, you want to set a clear intention that's strategized and backed by proven action. So instead of just saying I'm a profitable trader, set a clear intention in your master plan. I'm a consistently profitable trader because I do the following actions. I consistently execute my proven and mechanical trading plan with a balanced mindset. And then you want to back that up with proven action. So you can prove to yourself that you're worthy of having this goal because you've done the work to get to that goal. And you've done the proven action steps that will actually help you accomplish the goal you want to accomplish, as opposed to just sitting, hoping, wishing through affirmation. So you want to then set action steps. Once you've set the clear intention, the action steps are back testing 30 minutes a day to prove your edge. And then taking that data and disseminating into a mechanical trading plan that outlines specifically how you enter in the market, how you exit out of the market, and you clearly lay that out. And then you want to develop a risk management protocol that allows you, with your current strike rate and with your current win rate, to take 100 trades without hitting your max drawdown. And you want to ask ChatGPT or AI to create a custom risk management protocol outlining with your strike rate of X%, your average win size of Y risk to reward, and your current max drawdown of, let's say, 10% drawdown, to create a custom risk management protocol of how much you risk per trade, what's your max risk per day, your max losses per day, and then your drawdown protocol. So when you get close to hitting your max drawdown, how much you scale down your risk. You want to get AI to create a custom risk management protocol for you. So you have something that's backed by actual data. And then you want to dedicate yourself to mastering your pre and post mindset. For example, utilizing the free Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset 2.0 tool that I promote on my YouTube channel, completely free. Or completing the Trading Psychology Archetype quiz that I have in the description. Or joining the Trading Psychology Mentorship 2.0 so you can learn more about your trading psychology and use the tools that I've developed to help thousands of traders across 92 plus countries in the world. So there are proven things you can do that will help you have consistent profitability. And you want to back up these intentions with clear, proven actions every day in 2026. Because your identity will change if you do the proven actions that help you get better results and you start to see yourself get better results. Guess what your identity is going to shift into? It's going to shift into this identity that I'm a consistently profitable trader because I'm doing the action steps that are proven to help me become a consistently profitable trader and are proven to guarantee me being a consistently profitable trader. And then once you've done the proven action steps, you want to continue to forge this identity that you're a consistently profitable trader. If all of a sudden you do those action steps and you're trading maybe $100,000 account or a $10,000 account, and you become proficient in those action steps and you achieve some payouts, guess what can happen? You can become complacent. You can stop doing what got you there in the first place. But rather, what I suggest is continue to forge this identity and push yourself to the next challenge. If you're currently trading $10,000 funded accounts and you feel comfortable on that level, then push yourself to now trading 100,000 and face the next challenge. The next challenge of what the market's going to resurface for you, the bigger losses, the bigger wins. Now manage your psychology so you can handle that. And then when you feel comfortable trading 6 figures, then push yourself to start trading 7 figures. So you have consistent new challenges that hold you accountable to leveling up with your psychology and with your processes to be able to deal with the volatilities at that next level. And instead of doing really well for a little bit and then burning out because you're now complacent, because you feel like you've won the game, pursue the next challenge that holds you accountable to level up. So traders, the step-by-step upgrade identity plan for 2026. Identify your current temperature. Identify your current wealth thermostat by answering the questions I outlined just before. Go in there and get clear on where you currently are, how much money you're currently making. And then, all right, let's say, for example, I'm making $5,000 a month for my trading, and I want to push to $10,000 a month for my trading. What fears or what bottlenecks are going to surface if I was making $10,000 a month? What part of myself am I trying to protect by only staying at 5,000? What pains would I have to face if I was now making $10,000? Uncover those unconscious motives as to why you're staying at the current temperature. Then go in there and set clear, balanced intentions. I am consistently making $10,000 per month with my strategy returning 5% per month, and I have $200,000 in funding under my belt. That's a congruent goal. And I am consistently executing my trading plan using the Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset tool before every trade, and then balancing my mindset after every trade. And these are congruent goals that have been proven to help you achieve your goals. You've got a certain return with your mechanical trading strategy. You've got a certain amount of funding, which if you do the math on that will actually align with the amount of money you want to make. And then you're keeping your psychology balanced, so you're not run by the market. You run yourself by sticking to your trading plan. That is a congruent, balanced intention. And then you want to back that up with daily actions. Remember, if you do the daily actions every day, your results are going to change. If you're doing proven daily actions, your results are going to change. And all of a sudden, your identity shifts now because you're backing up your clear intentions with high priority actions every day. And then instead of achieving a certain goal and then getting complacent and then throwing it all out, it's important to incrementally increase your responsibility, incrementally increase the amount of capital you're trading so that you have the next challenge to pursue. And you can figure out the next challenge. You can go and pursue that. So you don't end up getting complacent and going on a boom cycle. So traders, this is how you upgrade your identity heading into 2026. Make sure you check out the resources in the description below. And I wish you all a very successful year. And I have a lot of exciting announcements heading into 2026 with Master Your Trading Mindset and Talos Capital. I want to thank you all for being so supportive of the YouTube channel in 2025. My clear intention is just to keep taking everything to the next level, creating better content, better ideas, better tools that help each of you level up in your trading, help you master your trading psychology and manage more capital. And I'm really excited to help you on this journey heading into 2026.